Hello everyone and welcome to Chapter 8, Lesson 7, Outer Join. What is outer join and what is the difference between inner join and outer join? To understand the idea of outer join and the difference between inner join and outer join, let's have a look at this sample of data from table employees and this sample data from table departments. Here we have the last name of the employee and the department ID. In the second sample, we have the department ID and the department underscore name from table departments. If we want to retain the last name of each employee with the department name, so you can go with inner join, select the last name from table employees, join department table on employees.department ID equal departments.department ID. So you can go for employee, for example, Andy. The department ID of Andy employee is 80. You can go with the second table. This is the matched data 80. So in this case, sales is the department name of employee Andy. If we take another employee, for example, Chen, the department ID of Chen employee is 100. This is 100. This is the matched data. So it is finance. So finance is the department name of employee Chen. So if we look to employee Grant here, Grant, as we can see, the department ID is null. He's still not assigned to any department. There is no any matching data from the second table. Also, if you look to these departments, department 120, department 130, and so on, as we can see, there is no any employee working on these departments. So employee Grant from the first table has no any matching data from the second table, and also departments 120, 130 from the second table, they don't have any matching data from the first table. The inner join, as we discussed before, it returns the matched data. So it returns, for example, Andy working on department sales. It returns Chen working in department finance, and so on. What about the unmatched data, like Grant and these departments? The inner join will retain only the matched data. So if you want to return the unmatched data as well, you can go with outer join in this case. So the outer join will return the matched data, which is the output of the inner join, as well as the unmatched data from the first table, which is called in this case the left join, or the unmatched data from the second table, which is in this case called right outer join. Or if we want to return the unmatched data from the first table and the unmatched data from the second table, this is called full outer join. The syntax of outer join is select column list from table 1, left or right or full outer join table 2 on, and you specify the condition for the join statement. For left outer join, as we can see, select e.last name, e.department ID, d.department ID from table employees, and we give it an alias e, left outer join table departments d, and the condition is e.department ID equal d.department ID, and last thing ordered by the second column, which is in this case the department ID. So here, if we look at the sample of data, these are the matched data, which is the same as the inner join, plus the unmatched data from the left. The unmatched data from the left mean from the first table in the select statement. So the first table is employee. This is mean by left outer join. Left outer join means retain the matched data, which is the output of the inner join, plus the unmatched data from the first table in the select statement. So this is the first table in the select statement, which is the employees. If we return back to the sample of data, where is the unmatched data from the first table? It is Grant. So Grant, because he has null in the department ID, he will return Grant, and the department name in this case is null. So this is the output of the left outer join. Right outer join, the same idea here. It retains the matched data as of the inner join, as well the unmatched data from the second table. The second table of the select statement, which is in this case the departments table. So if we return back to this sample of data, this is the first table. The unmatched data from the first table is grant. The unmatched data from the second table, which is department 120, 130, and so on. So here in the right outer join, he will retain the matched data as of the inner join and the unmatched data from the second table, which is these departments, and he will assign null as the employee name. So the left outer join will retain the matched data as of the inner join and retains the unmatched data from the first table, which is in this case the employee grant, and he will assign null for the department name. The right outer join will also retain the matched data as of the inner join and will retain the unmatched data from the second table, which is the departments table, which is in this case department 120, 130, and so on. And because these records unmatched data, he will put null for the employee name. The full outer join, it retains also the matched data as of the inner join and will retain the unmatched data from the left or from the first table in the select statement, which is the employees table, and also the unmatched data from the second table in the select statement, which is the departments table, or the unmatched data from the right. So this is the full outer join. It retains the matched data as of the inner join and unmatched data from the left or from the first table in the select statement, and the unmatched data from the right or the second table in the select statement. So in this lesson, we learned about the outer join and how to write left, right, and full outer join. I hope this video was informative for you, and thank you for watching.